So I'm in the book today, 365 Days of Neuro Gratitude. All right. And on this particular day, we are actually talking about creating your release ritual. Okay. Creating your release ritual. Okay. And so our daily wisdom, okay, because this is where the wisdom of our ancestors and neuroscience meet. So, our wisdom from our ancestors today is an African proverb, and it states rituals are the roadmaps of the soul. Rituals are the roadmaps of the soul. Okay? Wow. So, rituals must really be something that is very, very important. Okay. Now, yesterday I was telling you guys how we have a tendency as human beings to do things in patterns, right? Like we are pattern people. We're pattern people. So whether we do things subconsciously or unconsciously is what I really want to say. Unconsciously doing some things or consciously doing some things, we really are pattern people. We are people of patterns. Okay? So, hey, if you have a pattern that you don't like, you are unconsciously performing that pattern. Well, you can consciously change it and do a new pattern. Okay? That this is again the power that we have. Now, what is the simple science? Rituals provide your brain with a clear signal that a change is happening. Creating a personal release ritual for letting go of the cesspool toxins makes the process more tangible and effective. It engages your senses and reinforces your intention. Gratitude for the power of rituals. So, I told you we are ritualistic people. We like patterns, and but it helps our brain to do these rituals, okay? And so today we're talking about releasing things. We talked yesterday about letting go. So, let's go on with this lesson and see what is a release ritual, okay? Now, reflect and connect. What kind of ritual would feel meaningful to you for releasing, like a negative pattern, which is what I was talking about? Okay. So what would feel meaningful? Now yesterday we wrote something down on the paper, and I even said you could burn it, responsibly burn it. Okay. And I flushed mine down the toilet. And I'm telling you, I feel so much better. But that was a ritual. Or can it be a spoken affirmation? So write that down. What would be meaningful to you? It may be one of those things, right? Writing it down, burning it, writing it down, flushing it down the toilet. Okay. It may be speaking an affirmation. Like if you speak something, if you find yourself saying a negative thought, well, take note of it. I'm not saying write it down, but because I still believe that what you write you invite, but you can reverse it out in the negative. You can say, "Oh man, I'm always late for something." No, I'm always early for something, right? You could write that down and you could start speaking it. Like on your mirror, put different post notes, right? Of affirmative affirmations of what you really, really, really want in this life. Okay, but what would make a difference for you? Let's write it down. Now I'm gonna tell you, I have done uh, the written affirmations and then spoken them. And because when I do a written affirmation and I would just reverse it out and write down what it is I want and speak that thing, that makes a difference for me. Okay? That really makes a difference for me. And I'm going to tell you what else makes a difference. So I used to go to the park and walk around the park. Walk, walk, walk. That was my exercise for today, right? Just to walk around the park. Well, I lived in uptown Charlotte. And there's lots of people in the park, right? Like you think, man, everybody is really concerned about themselves. They're not so concerned about you, and that's a good thing for what I'm about to say right now. Because I used to, and I just thought about this, but I used to walk around the park. I had written, and written, reversed and written an affirmation, and I would speak that thing. And I would go around the park and speaking that positive affirmation. Because when you put movement with it, you see, it's one thing to say a thing, but when you say it out loud, you hear it in your inner ear and your outer ear, and you have movement with it. Now that's when you got something. So I would say that affirmation walking around the park. I mean, getting winded with it too, right? Out loud. And let me tell you the response that I got. Most people, they really don't care what you're doing, okay? But the people that noticed what I was doing, they would give me this smile. Wasn't a crazy smile. It was like, yeah, girl, you go. Now, I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but living in uptown Charlotte, you're around a lot of people who are, very affluent, educated, right? A lot of business owners themselves. So they could identify with what I was doing. A lot of those people that I was getting a smile from, and there was all kinds of people uptown Charlotte. But those people that were giving me like thumbs up, yeah, you go girl. They were the people who had their own businesses, their own shops, okay, who were some of the top executives there in that area. So, because there was a lot of banking and all that stuff going on there. And so those are the ones that were giving me the thumbs up. So they understood the principles that I was living by, okay, that I was practicing for myself. So I like reverse, write something, reverse a negative affirmation, make it positive, and speak that thing out loud, right? And when you can do it with movement, that's the key. Okay, that's another makes it even better. You know how you have a piece of cake, right? Let's just say you like lemon cake. Nah. You like red velvet cake. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the red velvet cake. You like red velvet cake. Now imagine you just have the red velvet cake, no icing. I mean, it's okay. It's good. You can eat it, but it's like the part of the red velvet cake is the cream cheese icing. Okay. So when you put that icing on that red velvet cake, now you got something. Okay? So it's kind of like that. You can speak your affirmations. But when you put that cream cheese on it with that movement, okay, and you speak that thing out loud, now that's the cream cheese on the red velvet cake. Okay, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I know you do. I know I got some red velvet cake lovers out there, okay? And you know what? Here in Kigali, red velvet cake is big. Like, they have red velvet cake for sale here, okay? Like, many places. Okay. Now, it ain't like it ain't as, I haven't found one. I'll just say that, as great as the red velvet cake back home. But somebody got the word out. And they know that the red velvet cake is a thing. Okay? Now, they're still working on the formulation of it, okay? But it's here. It's here. It made it to the motherland, okay? It made it to the motherland. So it's here. We just got to work on formulation a little bit. I haven't tasted the very best like I taste back home, like in Charlotte, North Carolina. But they working on it. They working on it. Give us some time. Give us some time. Okay, now, gratitude. Let's do our gratitude. Our gratitude mindset. The power of intention. The power of intention. The power to say, you know what? I got some things I do need to release, like we released yesterday. Okay. One way to reinforce it is to have that ritual, right? And the ritual is not to say, I'm not blah, blah, blah. No, no, no. You say the reverse of it. I am blah, blah, blah. Okay. Like if you give somebody a cigarette, right? Let's say you have a cigarette and they say, no, 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 I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to stop smoking. That's one thing. But if you say, no, 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 I don't smoke. Now that is a difference. Okay. That is a difference. Okay. I don't smoke, or I'm not a smoker. Okay. It registers different in your brain by saying, what your identity is changing. I'm trying not to smoke versus, oh, I'm not a smoker. It's totally different. Your brain registers it totally differently. So never say, I'm trying. No, 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 no. No, I'm not a smoker. I don't do that. Okay? That's it. Okay, now, the symbolism of a ritual. Having a post-it note up on your mirror, in your bathroom mirror for you to see, makes a freaking difference. Just, you don't even have to read the note. Just, you put that up there and it already has meaning. So just seeing it, the post-it note up there, it means something to your brain. Okay? You're like, oh, I remember what I put that up there for. Okay, I remember. Okay? So it's the ritual, the symbolism of the ritual, the symbolism of having the post-it note on the mirror makes a difference than just not having it up there at all. Okay? Oh, listen, if I don't have it up there, I won't even remember to do it. Okay? So, all right, now, mindset, gratitude mindset, number 3. My daily ability to create meaningful practices. See, so I'm giving you suggestions. I'm not telling you what to do. Remember, this this life, the things that we're doing, that we're discussing here, it's a practice. You are developing your own practice, customized to you, because you know what makes yourself tick. That's why I asked you, well, what's your thing? Is it, was it just burning something or flushing down the toilet? Or is it deeper meaning for you going to be? Well, for me, it's deeper. To write the reversal, make that my affirmation, say that with movement. I don't care if you just walking around your house and you're saying it with movement. That makes a difference for me. For you, it might just be burning the daggone thing, and that's it. Okay? So you're developing your own practice. And it's great because you can. Okay? You can. You have the ability, you have the power to do this thing and to do it based on what makes you think. Now, what is our action for empowerment today? Okay? I want you to design a simple release ritual. You may have already done it just now. Okay? But design that simple release ritual for yourself and practice it today. Today, not tomorrow, today. So, if it's get those post notes out, write down what you've been thinking in reverse and have it up on the mirror. That's your signal. Okay, let me walk around my apartment 5 times saying this out loud. Okay, whatever it is, whatever it is, make a decision, decide on what that thing is going to do and do it. Do it for the next week. Do it. Okay? That is the practice. These are the things that we must do, okay, in order to change ourselves, to become better people. Some of y'all, and look, it's normal, but some of y'all are frustrated right now because you've been stuck. Not for days, not for weeks, but for years you've been stuck. You've been feeling like you are you can't make a decision on this one thing. And you just say, you know what? It's gonna come. The answer is gonna come. I'm just gonna put it out. The answer is gonna come. Okay, I'll make the decision. Right? I know what I really want to do, but I don't see it happen. I don't see how it's gonna happen. Okay? Well, you guess what? You've been in the same place for a long, long time. Just go ahead and say, you know what? I've been in this position for a long, long time and I'm ready for a change. Okay? I'm ready to make a decision, to move on, to move onward. Okay? Because how else are you going to get things done? If you stay stuck and you don't move and you don't do anything, nothing's gonna get done. You're gonna stay in the same position. Okay? You need clarity on your situation. All right? Now listen, letting you know what's coming up. We gonna have a decision, a clarity decision. I don't know what the name of it's gonna be yet, but we're gonna do a challenge. Okay? We're gonna do a 5-day clarity decision making challenge. The name, okay, is not, we haven't developed the whole name of it yet, but it's going to help you get unstuck. And so by the end of that 5 days, you're going to be unstuck. Okay? You're going to go through the challenge step by step. Okay? And because look, there's decisions that I know I have put off. Okay? And I know better than that. Right? You need clarity. You need to make a decision. The thing is that you're worried about whether you're right or whether you're wrong. And you're not gonna know until you make a decision. But it was always about moving onward. Okay? Action. All right? And you know this. You know this. I'm getting this because a lot of my students, I've helped them through making a decision. Like sometimes you need someone else to help you see what's really going on. Like if we are in the frame, we're in a picture, okay? We can't see outside of the frame. Les Brown, the great Les Brown said that. When you're in the picture, you can't see beyond the frame. You can't see yourself and everything that's going on in the picture. You can't. So sometimes, and I know you're trying your best. You're trying to make a decision. You know you need to move on, but you can't quite see your way. Well, sometimes, many times, you need someone else to help you. clarify, okay, to help you really see the whole picture, because you can't see it when you're in the frame, okay? You can't see the whole picture. You need someone to help you see that whole picture, right? So you can go on. So you can be what I call sovereign. So you can be free, okay? Free to go on to the next step. See, a lot of y'all, and it's part of the uh the self-improvement, self-empowerment sabotage system, the self-esteem sabotage system is part of that, okay? That cesspool of life. We get stuck. It's really kind of gross that we get stuck in our toxins. But we get stuck in our toxins. And it's only because you can't see the whole picture. Because you in the frame. All right? So we're going to have a 5-day challenge, right? I'll let you know when and how you can sign up for it, okay? Maybe it'll be in the description here or in one of our future videos, but just look at the descriptions and you'll see. All right. Also, if you follow me on Substack, you know, Substack is like the hub. Okay. So you can definitely see things on Substack. Okay. That's like my hub. Okay, that has become my hub. Okay, where you can see all things, everything that you need to see. So, in perks, look in perks. Okay, that's a clue in Substack, and you'll be able to see everything. How you can sign up for the challenge. Okay, so we're gonna get some decisions made, get some decisions done. We're gonna be able to go onward because we cannot stay stuck. There's a lot of uncertainty going on in the world. Y'all know stuff going on. A lot of distractions and things that's holding us back that I've already mentioned to you. It's designed to hold you back. See, they don't want you to go onward. They don't want you to go onward. They don't want you to make a decision and go onward. They want you to stay like right where you are. Right where you are. Being distracted, being confused, not knowing what it is that you really, really, really want. That's their whole play, okay? It's shock and awe is the play. That's the play. And some of y'all, and I know it was me too for a little bit, you are in awe and you are shocked, okay? Because you're like, I cannot believe this is going on. This would never have happened 3 years ago. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It's awe, the awe of it, the audacity, and the shock. And we stay in that to where we cannot mobilize. We cannot go onward. Okay? And I'm telling you, I'm just letting you know, it is a tactic. It's a tactic. Okay? That's why, you know what? I'm loving, I know I keep talking about Substack, but I'm loving Substack. I did a post, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, where I feel like Substack is an answer to prayer because I can read and I can binge read, right? Without all of the distractions. I can binge read and I can be empowered, right? Because you don't have all those advertisements and things like that just distracting you. You don't have any of that on Substack. Okay? And so y'all join me on Substack. Join me on Substack. It's really a cool place. Like I've been a part of Substack for many years, maybe about 2 or 3 years. And I wasn't doing anything with it because it was like I don't really understand it. I don't really know it. I know these other ones, but I don't know this. Do I have time to even learn something new? But y'all, I took the time and it did not take long to study and really find out about Substack and all that it has to offer. Okay? And I'm like, yo, this is really cool. So join me on over there. Subscribe if you're seeing me on YouTube or wherever you're seeing me right now, make sure you subscribe. Okay. Uh, yeah. And let's do this journey, this to be a sovereign people, a person with your own agency, figuring out what that is, figuring out what it is that you really want. I help my students with this every single day, and it is really such a pleasure to help. And I'm telling you, if you ever get like a one-on-one with me and you become one of my students, I'm telling you, it's I'm not saying it's me, but it's like I get these downloads when I'm talking to people, especially one-on-one, and they do the download. When they do the download, they have success. And that is one of the things that I love about what it is that I do. I'm able to see a person, talk to a person, especially one-on-one, and it is just an ability that I have. I get these downloads. I've learned how to listen to them, and poof, they come out. Sometimes I get downloads. Many times I get downloads when I'm doing my lives, and bloop, it comes out. I'll get downloads from my own. So I've gotten downloads in my life and acted upon those downloads because it'll be a strong. Y'all know what I say, that strong urge that you feel. And once I get that, oh my goodness. Then I'm like, okay, onward, onward, let's go. And I get unstuck and great things happen. Look, moving from the United States to here, I've talked about it before. That was a download. That was a download. That was me listening to that voice, right? That we all have. And like, woo, feeling convicted about that thing, feeling an urge, and moving forward with doing, and it was not easy doing what I said I was going to do. And y'all, I don't know where I would be today if I was still back there. And see, that's the type of sovereignty that I'm talking about. That's the type of freedom that I'm talking about. When you can have confidence in your own decisions because you know that unction that you get, you know how that feels, and you trust it because it's not just you, okay, that is coming from. It's the power that has been given to us, okay? So, I'm going to get off of here, y'all. It has been fantastic coming on here again and talking with you guys today. All right. Make sure you check me out. If you want a copy of the book, you can go to gratitudegrandmaster.com, or you can subscribe to my Substack. All paid subscribers automatically get a download of the entire book digitally. So if you ask me, that's the way to go. All right. So, guys, until next time, it is your gal, Victorious Val Gal, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.